Good morning traders, Joseph here from Eightcap. Welcome to today's report, start of a new trading week. Friday we saw very strong losses which just basically built over the session after the news hit that the US conducted an airstrike at an Iraqi airport in Baghdad, killing the Iranian general. This led to strong buying in the yen, gold and oil, and the USD, and strong losses basically for risk markets. Stocks in particular heading late into the London session were down sharply lower. Now that basically turned around very late in the session. We saw the ISM manufacturing PMI come in lower than expected at 47.2. The FOMC minutes very early Saturday morning, still looking for clues on how to solve a liquidity squeeze in the repurchasing agreement. They also expecting the Fed will stay upbeat on the economy's outlook and continue to remain steady with the focus on rates. So no real clues in any possible rate movement at this stage. People remaining expecting it to remain steady into this new year. So the Fed did say that they were going to hold policy steady until after the next US election. So we may not see too many big surprises there if things continue as they're going now. So far this morning, we've seen gold surge higher. We'll just have a quick look at gold. Gold really jumped on its open this morning. We saw an increasement of 2.30% to the high. That was up to that level now. It was still sort of trading at levels not seen since April 2013. And this has all been around based on tensions coming out in the Middle East. So the airstrike was what really got it going on Friday, and this morning we've seen President Trump basically comment that 52 sites have been targeted for possible strikes by the US military if Iran strikes at any American citizens or sites in response to Friday's airstrike. So there's still a lot of tension, and people are still jumping back into gold just to the uncertainty. Now that being said though, we've seen a pretty strong fade so far this morning. We've seen 1.19% come off this morning's high, and we'll be just going to go over to oil now to have a quick look at the open. Oil opens in another 58 minutes, so we will be interested to see how oil shapes up when it opens this morning with the ongoing tensions. The ASX is sharply lower this morning as expected, but we are seeing a bit of a fight back from earlier lows, and we will expect that the Japanese market as well will be under pressure. So we've seen a bit of further gains from the yen, which are being pulled back now. So the gaps we saw this morning, they're being filled at the moment. So we can see here the gap on the Aussie to the Japanese yen, and this was across basically all the yen pairs. So the euro, the pound was the smallest of the lot, and then the dollar yen, which had a very sizey gap this morning when it opened after the ongoing issues in the tensions in the Middle East. So people are still still pretty been driven back to the yen and gold, but we are seeing a bit of a change in momentum right now, with gold also coming off earlier highs, and now buyers starting to push back against some of the selling that's been going on from risk to the yen. So it's very early in the Asian session. We'll just have to see how traders will continue with this, and we do see gap fills happen regularly. So we will see once these gaps are filled if buyers are able to maintain this new momentum, or if we're going to see a continuation back to Friday, and if this trend's going to continue lower, and that will, for rejection from sellers to buyers and then continuation. So there's no key news coming out in today's Asian session. We don't have any key high impact news coming out in today's London and New York sessions either. So have a good trading day, and until tomorrow, bye for now.